Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Farik, and in this video I want to address some of the news and developments regarding Prince of Persia. Before we fully begin, I gotta address one of my videos, this one, where I go through cancelled projects and concepts and witch hunts regarding the third title and some other stuff as well. And I saw many people asking in the comments, where did you find the quotes? And I think I said the links are in the description. Little did I know that I made that video when I was below 100 subscribers, and I think there's a limit on new YouTube channels. I tried but I couldn't. Now I can, I think. And by the time this video releases, the links will be in the description of those videos. If not for any reason, if I don't find them, there was a Reddit post. A dedicated man tried to talk with the developers of the game. There were multiple links. It would go to VK, and everything else was acquired through searching and going through the sources that were linked in Wikipedia articles. Why though? Why am I addressing this? From the analytics that I got from other YouTubers, at best 5% of the people will click in the links in the description. Well, because of this. This is a random website that I found. This screenshot is pretty harmless, but this? Dagger of Ahura? What the fuck is this? There are even system requirements for the game as well. A multiplayer aspect for the game. For those who don't know, the information is false here. There is no Dagger of Ahura, no multiplayer experience attached. And the time manipulation is not like this at all. And if you read it, you quickly realize it's a word salad generated by ChatGPT. Wow. So going forward, I will fact check every piece of information that I get, and to the best of my abilities, and all of them will be linked if no problem arises. Let's get back to the news. Apparently, the original voice actor of Prince in Sands of Time has no clue whether he's still in the project or not. And people are afraid of this, and I gotta be honest, I totally understand the sentiment. Age of Mythology Retold is coming out, and I won't bother because the original voice lines aren't there. I just played the original video for the nostalgic value and be done with it. But at the same time, I don't really care. As you might know, I began with Warrior Within. I liked the other voice actor, and I felt betrayed when in the Two Thrones it was replaced with Yuri. Are you telling me after 7 years the prince got his teen's voice back? For what? Cries of the fans? What about me? And what about common sense? Alright, let's not start a fight. I get it, I understand, but I don't care. But you might care, that's why it's in the video. There's a new Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake trailer. Well, it's a teaser, and with it there is a time window of release in 2026. Yikes. But hell yeah, at least we know it's not in limbo. We didn't have a date, now we do, and it's far in the future, so I can buy a new laptop in the meantime. Anyway, the sentiment that I picked up from the community was mixed. People were obviously happy but also disappointed after so many delays, and it might not be what they want. Anyway, my current mood at the time of writing of this script is very unusually optimistic. I think they gave a realistic time window to themselves, and judging by this article, this game was remade from scratch. New animations, complete graphical overhaul, major changes to the combat, and more. So when I think about the teaser trailer, I don't think it's like Elder Scrolls 6 and disappearing for 6 years. I think this is the start of their hype cycle and a major statement. It's coming. So I have my hopes up for it. Let's see what happens. And what do you think? Comment down below. For Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, there's a lot of stuff happening for it. New content updates, a boss rush mode, something called the Divine Trials, which I have no idea at the time of recording, and a new story DLC, Mask of Darkness, which will be available in September, the current month that this video is going to release. The video about the DLC is more of a teaser more than anything. It might be Rajan, or it might be another entity shown in the trailer. At the time of writing the script, I have no idea. I will check it out after the DLC has been released, and I'll do a deep dive on it, so subscribe for that. And there's a new Prince of Persia in town, the Rogue Prince of Persia. Not gonna lie, for some reason I thought this had pixel art, and I have a de-nostalgic reaction to pixel art. But it's not, and I will check it out sometime in the future, maybe when it comes out of early access. But there's a lot of promise, at least for my taste. And the fact that it was developed by the co-developer of Dead Cells, the award-winning roguelite game. Dead Cells is a really good game, you should try it out. Or play the Rogue Prince of Persia and then play Dead Cells. Anyway. This channel is partially a Prince of Persia channel, so I go over some thoughts that I have about. Obviously, Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, went bonkers over a new Prince of Persia that is in a high budget 3D game with realistic graphics, as if it's an indication of a good game at all. Or maybe they didn't. I don't know. But it definitely happened for a Lost Crown, and a Lost Crown was top-notch quality game. The weakest point was story, but even the story was miles better than some of the games that I have seen. And this one, well, we don't have to speculate and wait. The results are in. People like this game already. Even in early access, people gave their thumbs up. So if you're hung up on that it's not a high budget 3D game with realistic graphics, do yourself a favor, stop. I give you 1 point which will be addressed at the end of this video, but you're not doing anyone any favors with that thought process. In this game, I actually thought about this, when I was making the videos about the Lost Crown and revisiting the footage from the very first Prince of Persia game. I was thinking, would it have been really cool if the time travel and stuff and time manipulation made the backbone of a roguelite in a Prince of Persia IP? Now, I don't know how exactly this game is. I won't know for sure until I play it, but the idea sounds fun. And this is where I address the point that I gave about 2D and stuff. I've seen the sentiment that Ubisoft is just making games and slapping the Prince of Persia IP on top. For all we know, they might be right, but in my book, this happens when there wasn't a game first. There was an obligation to release something, anything to capitalize on the IP for any reason. Other game series will get to this point when there is annualization, normally yearly titles. It's really hard to justify for any game series. I'm mainly looking at Assassin's Creed, but Prince of Persia wasn't like this. Even the Sands of Time trilogy, which was forced to be released on each year, the games actually pushed the envelope. There was a lot of love, and now you might see the 2 new games, but Lost Crown was top-notch quality game, and the reviews on Rogue are strong. I don't think the IP was slapped on top, but in case of Forgotten Sands, yes, it was slapped on top of it. For all of it, the gameplay was a downgrade, the story itself was a rehash of Sands of Time, the puzzles had some good ideas but were left half-baked, and the timeline itself and the lore was clearly slapped on top of it, especially since the Warrior Within invalidates it by reversing major events, and we have no idea the characters still exist or not. And for all different versions of Forgotten Sands, there are 4 different versions of this game for 4 different consoles, and they all have the same image. You can't make this up. And why the same image, you ask? Because the whole endeavor was to capitalize on the release of the movie that came out on the same year. This was the low point in my opinion. Not Lost Crown, not the Rogue, not even the major delays of the remake. I might be horribly wrong if the remake turns out to be shit, but I'm optimistic, so yeah. That's the video, I hope you enjoyed it. I really wish I could do more of these videos if there were more news about stuff. Because the other videos that I do takes a long ass time, especially the script. I usually think about the scripts for more than a week or so. So if there are more videos like this, or if you have any ideas like this, please drop them down in the comments, because I really want to make this sustainable from me and maybe hopefully earn some pennies down the line. And with that out of the way, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Subscribe, comment, like. Yeah, just be done. Let's just wrap it up.